Hey guys, thanks for joining me today on Thoreum. Hold Thoreum, receive passive reflections of Thoreum. Great to see a turnout for the AMA today. I'd just like to introduce Almighty Rover, who's come across from SafeEarn to talk to us about SafeEarn and the strategic partnership that we have with Thoreum. Let's check I've unmuted today. Hey buddy, how you doing? You all right?
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh
yeah, I forgot when you and I talk. We've got to be real careful because the time difference is so big.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a delay.
No worries at all. Thanks for logging on today. So today, guys, I've got a couple of questions that are that you guys have DM'd me, which is excellent. I'll have my DMs open for the entirety of the show, but we're on a little bit of a different system here today. Normally, you guys can just shout in and unmute yourself and shout out your questions. Today, just to keep things flowing, you guys are going to have to raise your hands if you have questions for Almighty Rover, or you can DM me and I'll read out your questions for you. But while we wait for those questions to roll in, I'll pass the mic over to Rover, and he can have the floor for a little while, and he can let you guys know about SafeEarn and the strategic partnership with Thoreum. Thanks, bud.
Awesome. Thank you for that introduction. So yes, I'm from SafeEarn. So SafeEarn is a double reflection token, and we kind of coined that term in a kind of a funky way, but the way that we mean it is that we reflect in SafeMoon, and then SafeMoon reflects itself the same way that Thoreum reflects itself. So we've found a lot of success with reflecting in SafeMoon. We have a lot of people who are from the SafeMoon army, but we wanted to expand, and so we wanted to continue to grow and enable people to have lots and lots of passive income aside from just the reflection. So we created this idea called RBLOs, reflection-backed liquidity offerings, and what they are is it allows us to have strategic partnerships with other tokens so that we can kind of put our chips on other tokens where we want to invest, and you literally get reflected those tokens for free. So all you need to do is invest in SafeEarn and then stake into, specifically right here, you would stake into the Thoreum pool, and then you would be able to just get Thoreum. And now I personally have been in the Thoreum pool with my own investment, and I've seen some very, very great returns. I can actually look it up right now, and just in the couple of hours that we've had, thousands of Thoreum has come my way, and I've really, really enjoyed seeing the success of this pool. And I can tell you right now that since we launched, we have almost $700,000 worth of SafeEarn staked to earn Thoreum. So what that means for you guys who are Thoreum holders and maybe aren't SafeEarn holders yet, what that means is that every time our contract does a sell, it's going to purchase Thoreum and then literally just reflect it onto our holders. So our token is making buys of Thoreum, very, very frequently. And you may have noticed us in your chart if you've looked into some of the transactions. But pretty much by the end of this week, I do plan to have numbers to show exactly how much Thoreum we've bought, how many new holders of Thoreum we've got, because that's really what makes the partnership worth it, is being able to see the data. So I'm very grateful for Thoreum for having us, and honestly for signing up to be one of our very first partners here in our launch of this product, especially a product that is so innovative and new and does not quite exist yet as a staking platform. I definitely appreciate Thoreum signing up to be there for the launch. So now going forward, we will be, bringing in new partners as we go. But for now, we have the Thoreum pool for about 2 weeks. So you're still early. You still can buy SafeEarn and start earning Thoreum.
Yeah, really, really interesting. One of the messages that has come through, and I just wondered, it's from Yeti, and he wants you to elaborate on exactly what is the mechanism that is giving you the the value to then purchase up the thorium? Is that a part of the tax, or is that a mining or a minting facility that you have over there? Exactly, what's the tokenomics that gives you guys the value to purchase up this thorium?
Yeah, that's a great question. A lot of people are always wondering, where does it come from? Especially because, so what makes RBLOs different from staking is that we don't have a pool, or at least one type of staking. We don't have any kind of specific pool where you're sharing a limited amount of assets with other people. You're not locked, and you don't pay any fees aside from the gas to enter or exit. But so what it does is, so when you stake, you put your money into the pool, but it is from the tax. So it's about 10%. Actually, I can get the exact number for you. But it does take a portion of the tax, and then with the money that it gets, it then purchases the other token and then reflects it onto those who are staked.
Okay, so our user base should be very familiar with that, because that's obviously a very similar mechanism to how it's working on for Thoreum and the rest of the Thunder Alliance. So a percentage of the tax is being transmuted into BNB or something like that, and then that is then being used to buy up the Thoreum that then gets distributed. It sounds like.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. And so you are able to claim those rewards at any time once you pay the gas fee. And I'm being very explicit about the gas fee, and I feel like perhaps you have experienced this yourself. But there are those who did not expect a gas fee to be so high. Whether just unaware from I guess congestion on the Binance Smart Chain, or just the complexity of the contracts. There is a gas fee that you will always pay, and I'm sure you guys are very, very familiar with that. Yeah, so you can enter and exit anytime, and there's no token lock whatsoever.
That's cool. Yeah, our users are very aware of the tax fees. Sorry, of the gas fees at the moment on the Binance Smart Chain. There certainly needs to be something done to try and alleviate that for people. But the tax is separate to the fees. So there's a tax on the buying and the selling for SafeEarn, or is it just on one end or the other?
Yeah, so there is a 14% tax going in buying, and so out of that, 9% of that goes directly towards the RBLO platform. And then when you sell, there is a 20% tax, or a 19% tax, and that takes 12%. And then we also have 5% on exit that gives you Safe Moon, and then 3.75% on enter that gives you Safe Moon. So all of those together is what's going to be the bread and butter of your investment and kind of your passive income.
Oh, interesting. So is there a reason why this isn't a question from the group, just my own curiosity? Is there a reason why the pools are time? Well, not pools, but this option is time limited. If it's coming from the buying and selling tax, then there's not like a pool that you're drawing from that will run out. As long as people act with SafeEarn, you can continue to have these projects running, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. So there is no time limit. But from a marketing perspective, and that is my job, I am the CMO. So, I'm always thinking with a marketing brain. But so basically, the idea behind it is that, especially here in the Binance Smart Chain, people, they lose focus very quickly. And if a pool is open for too long, and so if we have too many pools, then we're sharing it amongst that tax amount. So we need to optimize the amount of pools that we have, and then the length of time that we have them, so that we can kind of keep people happy. And then also, having other partners enables us to reach out to other communities, and enables us to kind of build a ground with various other people. So that's the only reason why we limit it. it. But now we released it and we said we're going to have partner pools for about, or the initial partner pools for about 2 weeks. But we are, we're learning alongside the group, what works, what do people like. Last night I specifically noticed in the group that, some people were afraid that in 2 weeks they weren't going to get enough money to cover those gas fees. And that is totally fine. So, we will be kind of adjusting along the way and fine tuning this as we go. So, they were saying we need a month and, it's currently at 2 weeks. We even considered shortening the time, but, we're totally unsure right now. And we're just excited to see the money being staked and, gathering the data that we have so we can kind of fine tune it from here.
Yeah. Hey, Devnal. Devnal has messaged me and he says, what happens after the 2 week pool ends? Haha, you beat me with your question. So I'm going to give that question to Dev because he was asking exactly the same question that I was at the same time. Those of you guys that are here on Thoreum will know this issue with the gas fees for getting in and out of, we call them hot pools over here on Thoreum, but a very similar dynamic of making sure that you cover your fees that you cover your contract fees. Is there a limit on the amount that they can stake? Because that's one of the ways around it. Obviously, if they have the option to stake larger amounts, then they're going to get a bigger proportion of the reflections that come through, and they've got a better chance of covering their contract costs in and out.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But there is not currently a limit. So we're kind of fine tuning this and, kind of seeing what works. But that is also a possibility for us to kind of work with. And for what happens at the end of 2 weeks, you just stop generating rewards because the way that it works, and you can see this on the staking platform, is we have different allocations of the tax. So right now, Thoreum is getting 3x of the tax, 3 times of the tax. So and we have Everrise getting 4.5% or 4.5x, and Rising Sun getting 1.5x. So it's kind of divvied up in a way that based on what does a partnership provide us, and we're also kind of placing our own bets on what will people like more. So because obviously if a partnership is more, if one partner is bringing more to the table than another, we want to make sure that their holders who come over to SafeEarn, we want to make sure that their holders are going to be handsomely rewarded. So at the end of 2 weeks, we can just take away that allocation. So we would just stop it. You would stop generating rewards, and we would then allocate the amount that was stopped to a new partner. And all you have to do is claim, and then once you claim, you're free to enter another staking pool anytime.
That's great to hear. There's a couple of new people jumping in. Hey guys, thanks. Bye. We're lucky enough to have Almighty Rover here from SafeEarn today to answer your questions about SafeEarn and all of the and the strategic partnership with Thoreum. If you guys have any questions, feel free to raise your hand and I will unmute you and you can ask your question to Almighty Rover directly. I've got a couple of other ones, but just before we go off of that, one of the questions that we get over here that I imagine will also affect you over there is that you're saying that those pools will end in 2 weeks. There's then not a limit on the amount of time that they have to remove those amounts, right? If they leave them in there accidentally, or they want to get the lowest gas fees to enact those contracts, they can wait until the middle of the night, middle of the week to get the lowest cost to get those contracts out, right?
Yes, of course. So we'll create a new page that's kind of like a child of the staking page, and it will just be kind of like a legacy pool kind of deal, and that will also enable us to reactivate them. So yeah, they can just go onto the legacy pool page, and then they'll be able to claim their rewards at any time, whether it's a week, a month, whenever after the pool has ended.
Excellent. Yeah. So that's one of the bits of advice that we give for our guys is if you're in one of those hot pools and you just limped in and your stakings are the profit that you're making is not looking like it's going to cover the contract cost, you can just leave them there. You'll continue to get your reflections of Thoreum. You just won't get the whatever you're staking to get. and then you can wait for the gas prices to come down until it's worth your while to remove them. So I think that's a good option for you guys over there if you are concerned about that. Also, MMM778 says, will you be working with Thoreum for the NFT crossover for Epic Heroes? I hope you've done a little bit of research on Epic Heroes, the new NFT platform. I know that you guys are keen on your NFTs over on SafeEarn. Have you had a look at it at all? Is it something that excites you? Is there any possibility for some crossover between the two projects?
There's always a possibility between us, and especially with the NFTs, we're trying to get pretty deep into the NFT game ourselves. I don't know if we're gonna have a game, and I don't know if it's gonna look as pretty as yours does, but you know, so we would love to work together. Any kind of proposal that we can make to work together with NFTs would be ideal. And I was telling my group about this last night. You know, we have big dreams for an NFT marketplace where those who are partner tokens will be able to list their own NFTs in our marketplace as well. And you can also spend you can spend Thoreum, Rising Sun, Everrise, Doge Warrior, or SafeEarn. You can spend them on the NFTs in the NFT marketplace. So there's a lot of opportunity here between both of us to create a crossover.
Yeah, I mean that NFT that you handed out to the winner of the best question for the AMA that I did over there looked exceptionally good. It was very, very cool, and if you guys that are listening in go over to Epic Hero 3D and check out the roadmap, there is very definitely clear avenues for other products to place their NFTs into our marketplace, and even to get involved with the Epic Hero game itself. So yeah, we'll definitely be reaching out to SafeEarn. This partnership is going to be a long-lasting one, and obviously, if it's mutually beneficial to both user bases, why wouldn't we?
Yeah, that actually sounds awesome. I would love to put SafeEarn into the Epic Hero game.
That'd be cool. Sarah says, chance of making a partnership with Thoreum Alliance in the future. I've had this one numerous times, but Sarah says, I think got in earliest. The Thunder Alliance are the tokens that got launched on the Thoreum Fair Launch ITO platform. You can stake. You can just hold your Thunder ETH, Thunder BNB, Thunder ADA, Thunder Cake, and get passive reflections of those non-native tokens, BNB, ADA, Cake, and ETH. And people were asking if you guys had any negotiations, or if you'd thought about adding those tokens to your platform as well, as a way for people to stake their SafeEarn and get reflections in these tokens.
I right now, right off the cuff, I see no reason that we can't make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are super excited to work as well. It's different developers, so it'll be a little bit of negotiating that needs to be done. But if you guys are already in with Thoreum, then I don't see any reason why we couldn't do something like that. As I was saying over on the AMA on that side, when you have projects like this that integrate so well, and user bases which mesh together and have very similar long-term goals, there doesn't need to be competition. There doesn't need to be like for each team fighting each other. They can, as long as both sides are legitimate and both sides are bringing something to their users that are going to help them out. There's no reason why everybody can't just buff each other up.
I agree completely. And, making friends in this space is what's important. And, especially for people who are new, they're looking for an opportunity to make money, right? And then they come in and then they see, particular drama with other tokens, or they see, all of the crypto tribalism that goes on, and people are fighting over, oh, I like this one, I like this one. You don't need to. You can diversify as much as you want. And SafeEarn promotes diversity within your portfolio, because it's literally giving you other tokens. No matter how much SafeEarn you hold, you can take 25% of it and put one in every single pool that we have. And we're very excited to we're very excited to continue to extending that hug to the larger crypto space. And what really made it feel special with Thoreum was, you guys, your holders, who come over and they want to earn extra Thoreum on top of their Thoreum, they come from a place where they're already familiar with staking. So we felt very blessed with the fact that it wasn't a consistent kind of education that we needed to do. It was actually very smooth for your holders, because the idea isn't so foreign.
Yeah, and Manny Quinn is here with a question that leads into this quite well. He says, with the cult nature of tokens at the moment, why are some projects integrating and working together? So I think that lends itself to this quite well.
Yeah, I think lots of people are rejecting that idea, the cult idea. What's interesting is, you look at a token like SafeMoon, the one that we reflect in, that has, I don't know if you'd call it a cult, but it's certainly a very large and a very active community. And, many of them are veterans, and many of them, they come from the same kinds of cloths. So it's interesting to me, that their communities kind of do that. So that, I think, kind of spawned off this kind of crypto tribalism idea, and now we want to be able to reject it. And so, we're turning SafeMoon holders into SafeEarn holders. We're turning them into Thoreum holders, Everrise holders, Rising Sun. We don't have any desire to argue. And I said this to the group the other day. We want to raise our nose to the drama of all of this, and we want to just make people money, because we don't care about anything else in this space. And and I also say this all the time. You can like me, you can like my community, you can like my token, but none of that matters, because what we like is money, and we're here to make money. We're here to make extra money. So let's not be misguided by tribalism, or by trying to sport the brand in a way that is negative. You can be friendly, and you can be welcoming, and we can make lots of money together and alongside other tokens.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking here through the chat, and I mean, the absolute wave of guys that have come across from SafeEarn to flood to flood this voice chat is actually incredible to see, and it really reaches out to what you're saying. I mean, diversification is such an important part of finances, making sure that all of these projects have the potential to pop off. So why wouldn't you make yourself put yourself in as many different positions as possible, and that aping in on one project specifically. Yes, if that one goes off, then you're going to be in a strong position, but the tokens are stacked against you to some extent, and making sure that you're not overexposed, but in as many different legitimate projects, all of which having strong use cases, having strong communities behind them, and that are constantly backing each other up, it's just advantageous across the board.
Yeah, exactly. And what's advantageous for you should be advantageous for me, and that's the idea of a partnership, all in all. So yeah, we have pretty much the same mindset here.
100%. There's a couple of new people jumping in. We've got Almighty Rover here from SafeEarn, giving up his free time to talk to you guys about SafeEarn and the strategic partnership with Thoreum. If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hands, and you can shout out the questions. We are giving out $50 in Thoreum to the best question today. I'm just going to quickly scroll through my DMs, and I'll just make sure that there's no hands that are up. I'm not seeing anything. Anyone got any questions in the live chat? No, nothing specific. Well, we won't take up any more of your time than's necessary, Rover. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. I'm personally a holder over on SafeEarn. I've been loving the reflections of SafeMoon, and after that chat that we had, I did load up the page for the first time, and actually was really surprised by the amount of SafeMoon that had actually accumulated since those days of being in those pools. And I chucked my SafeEarn into the what are you guys calling it? RB? What was it? Sorry.
Yes, we call them RBLOs, so the reflection-backed liquidity offerings,
RBLO.
which just means that our tax goes
like
and it buys your token, and then it backs it by reflections onto our holders and those who are in the pools.
Yeah, so I did chuck mine into Thoreum, and it's cool to see that amount accumulating there. So for those of you guys that picked up a bunch of SafeEarn back in the day, it feels like it was back in the day. It was probably a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, time moves so quickly in crypto space. You might as well get back across there now and check out the SafeEarn, guys. It's a great project. Throw your SafeEarn into that Thoreum RBLO and gain some free Thoreum. I mean, I don't know what more how much more you guys want. Joe's got a question. Let me just unmute you, Joe. Hey, Joe, you got a question, mate? Oh, he raised his hand and now he's gone silent. Maybe he'll come back in a second. Is he one of yours? I don't know. Hey, Joe, how you doing, mate?
Hey, first off, I just want to say I love both projects. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if I missed it, but does SafeEarn plan on doing more of the Thunder tokens in their pools?
Yeah, we already talked a little bit about that. We said that it's absolutely a possibility. We have not decided on the next pools that we would be switching to in 2 weeks, and like I said, we're trying to fine tune this process. But it's absolutely possible.
Okay, that would be great because I love all the whole ecosystem over here at Thoreum. And I guess my only other question would be: have you guys thought about doing a pool for SafeEarn itself?
Yeah, so we have what's called symbiotic pools. And so if you look through our Git book, we've kind of been alluding to this quite a bit. Or, I guess kind of leading people on, because we wanted to initially make this a very attractive offer for our partners and everything like that. But so now what we want to do is we want to expand on that and enable the tokens that you just earned to also be used to earn SafeEarn. So, we could, we don't want to step on anybody's feet, but, and we would probably be more privy to putting the, to having a pool with you guys, so that we could actually get, Thoreum staked for more SafeEarn, just as we did before with the Thunder Boost. But, we have opportunities for, all it takes is a shuffling of the amounts and things like that. It's really nothing too crazy. But you can be able to earn SafeEarn through what we call a symbiotic pool, to where you would then take what you earned via reflections and rewards, and then literally just allow them to be staked, so you get a constantly compounding kind of growth.
Is the idea for it to be an auto compounding mechanism as well?
Probably not auto compounding, but that would be nice.
Speak to the guys at Thoreum. That was one of the issues in the early days, and they found a way around it so that they could have those pools auto compounding, and it really made a big difference. But even as a set it and forget it kind of thing, just somewhere where you can chuck your tokens and still receive your reflections of SafeMoon, and just knowing that there is a store of value that is accumulating, and once it gets to be something that's worth harvesting, you can harvest or activate it, or whatever you guys want to call it. I think that would be cool. Final Exit's here. He's here from Thoreum. Let me just unmute you, mate. You've got a question for Almighty Rover today?
No, I mean, not necessarily to Thoreum, but like towards the Epic, the new NFT game announcement. Is there any, when are there going to be more information?
Hey, Final. We're just doing an AMA today for Almighty Rover here from SafeEarn. He's come across to help to talk to us about the what's it called, the partnership with Doe guys. We had the Thunder Boost pools over there, and they've got their new RBLOs where you can stake your SafeEarn and receive reflections of Thoreum. We will be talking more about NFTs in just a minute. As you can see, the guys are super pumped. I did tell you there'd be a bunch of people coming on and asking you about the Thunder Alliance tokens and the NFT platform that's coming up, because obviously that's the big exciting news. And I hope that the guys that have come across to listen to you today from SafeEarn will take a little bit of time to have a mosey around our website and see these fun projects and get interacting with them. And for sure, in the future, it's all gonna lead back to SafeEarn anyway. So it's worth spending a little bit of time and integrating.
Yeah, you know what I think is awesome here is that we have a community of people. I think that they're either just learning or they're not used to, but they're looking forward to kind of earning money with the SafeEarn platform. So, you know, as they're getting used to the crypto space, kind of learning the ropes and you know, kind of the ins and outs and everything like that, we have a unique opportunity to introduce them to new things such as NFTs and staking. And so it actually benefits Thoreum specifically, because we are able to get people, you know, what we had you for an AMA over at our side, and everyone was like, wow, I'm bullish as hell on Thoreum after this. And that's awesome. And, you know, they loved your AMA and it was fantastic. So now I have people who never even looked twice at Thoreum in the first place. Now they're getting Thoreum, and they're also getting introduced to this NFT game. They're getting introduced to this staking platform, and you know, if they're willing, you know, they'll dig their feet in, and you know, so we're very excited to be able to kind of create that journey.
Elon Tusk is here. Let me just unmute him. Hey, Elon, how you doing, mate? You got a question for Almighty Rover today?
Sorry, I don't speak English. This was a mistake. Sorry, please.
No worry, Elon. It's all good. Oh dear, no worries, mate. Elon's a good guy. He's always here checking out the voice chats, and he likes to pop in. I'll catch you afterwards, Elon, and we'll break everything down. But no, I think we've hit on most of the topics. I just wanted to highlight what you just said. I think what's great is when I see SafeEarn in particular, you guys are really tapping into that SafeMoon. The people that came the first, I mean, I came across with SafeMoon. It was one of the things that got me excited about crypto space. But then I wanted to take that next step, and for me, Thoreum was such a good step that because it had similar tokenomics, but it had a better use case. It would have been even better for me if there had been a SafeEarn step in there as well, where I could have picked up something, still received my reflections of SafeMoon, and then, you know, and then seeing what the next steps were from there onwards. And it sounds like, you know, both of these projects are now going to branch out and give people access to other great solutions. So yeah, I think that both of these projects had similar goals in mind, and working together is only going to benefit both parties and the users that come from both the parties.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what we want. So, you know, for everybody who's asking, you know, what will we do with Thunderpool, or will we, you know, get involved in the NFT game? I mean, I can tell you right now, we have a very good relationship with Thoreum, and we're looking forward to continuing to work together and continuing to get people, you know, well acquainted with the crypto space.
Well, yeah, I think I'm not seeing any other questions, and I'm not seeing any hands getting raised up here. So if you want to give people just a final shout out about the project.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just yeah, so we finally just released our RBLO product. You can get SafeEarn now. You can start staking it and earning extra Thorium. So if that's something that you want to do, we definitely recommend it. And the reports of the earnings have been fantastic. But we do have an extremely exciting future ahead of us. So every week I do a podcast. So if you feel like tuning into our podcast, it will be at 22 UTC, which is about 8.5 hours from now, or 7.5 hours from now, and we will be doing our podcast, and I'll be announcing kind of some new projects that we plan to work on, and I will be announcing winners of our contest that we have. And so we're always constantly doing giveaways. I'll announce a new giveaway, and I'm going to go over Thorium kind of in detail in a way that's more public and one-sided from me being able to talk about it. So if you want to come and see that and kind of see how we're examining it from our end, that's a great idea, a great way to stay connected with our product and Thorium as well. So but I do hope that if you're interested in what we have to offer, you will come on to our community. Our community is the best community out there. We are the Earn Squad. We are very, very friendly, and we love this project, and we hope to continue being able to drive more purchases into Thorium as time goes on.
Thanks so much, Rover. I can only double down on everything that you've said. I mean, the SafeEarn community is absolutely excellent. Every time I go across there, I'm greeted, and everybody seems super well informed, super bullish on on SafeEarn, on SafeMoon, and Thoreum. So yeah, just an excellent community. You guys should jump across there and check those guys out. I am just going to. Did you have a specific question that you love today, Rover, or shall I pick one for you?
I thought that Joe Beans was very well spoken, so I think that would be my pick. But I'm sure you might have an idea as well.
100%. No, 100%. I was going to say exactly the same thing. So, Joe, if you can DM me, I'll wing that $50 worth of Thorium across to you. Thank you very much for coming onto the voice chat and chatting to us today. And I just want to give everybody a shout out and thanks for dropping by. I see the regulars in here. It's great to see you guys, and those that have come across from SafeEarn. Thank you for joining us as well. It's been an absolute delight having you guys here. For now, though, thank you, Almighty Rover, and for those that are here for Thorium, hold Thorium, receive passive reflection of Thorium. We'll be logging off in just a second, and when we do it, we'll kick you lovely people out, but we will be back tomorrow and every day for the foreseeable future. So until the next one, everybody, stay frosty.
Well, thanks, everybody. Looking forward to what we can do in the future.